You've retrieved the horn of Jörgen Wimkal. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. Ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push. Da. With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Master Wolfgar will now gift you with his knowledge of Da. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready. Vingra, Crossis, Saran, Strundul, Othi, Valan, Go, Ran, now. Dovahkiin, you have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you. Your training proceeds well. You have learned so much already, Dragonborn. Growing your gift too quickly would be dangerous. But there are many words of power in Skyrim, carved in the dragon tongue. Even from here we can feel the Thum resonate from them. Finding these lost words would be a sufficient test to temper your abilities with experience. Ask when you are ready to search. We spoke the tradition. The same words were used to greet the young Talos when he came to High Hrothgar. Ah, I sometimes forget you are not versed in the dragon tongue as we are. This is a rough translation. Long has the storm crown languished, with no worthy brow to sit upon. By our breath we bestow it now to you, in the name of Kine, in the name of Shor, and in the name of Atmora of old. You are Ysmir now, the dragon of the north. Hearken to it. We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance. Sky above, voice within.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough.
Do you like magic? My mother and father died years ago. Thalion takes care of me now.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kynesgrove this time.
You will not disrespect Jarl Idgrod while in this hall. Do we have an understanding? Then by all means, go about your business.
So, life has brought you to Morth. Tamriel is full of wisdom and magic. That which is unknown can create unease, even fear. It is to be expected. Some fear our new resident wizard. As they grow to know him, they will accept him. Time will prove me right. I stand where I have always stood, here in Morthal. Now is not the time to fight amongst ourselves. I fear dark days approach, and all of Skyrim's strength will be needed. Until next time.
For a dragon to attack Kynesgrove. Why? Why there? There's no place safe. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King.
Morthal used to be a quiet place, but then the world used to make sense.
Gotta keep my eyes open.
Oh? You ask me, we'd be better off without that wizard in town.
If you're here to purchase, I have many spells available. Do come in.
If you stand before me to accuse me of sacrificing children or eating the hearts of the dead, you may save your breath! I have done no such thing, nor do I intend to. I simply wish to live my life in peace. The people of Morthal would much rather weave their own horrid tales about my life than simply ask me for the truth. If they choose to fear me in their ignorance, that's their choice, but it will not change what is true. You deal with powerful forces. Take care they do not overwhelm you. As anyone will tell you, Morthal can be a dangerous place. My talents are useful here. I help maintain order, even if it goes unnoticed. The marsh is treacherous. You would do well to not wander at night. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? Till next time.
When I grow up, will I go to the college in Winterhold?
No, I don't think that will be necessary.
But I'm learning about magic. My mother and father died years ago. Valiant. But you went there, didn't you? Isn't that where you learned? But...
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me. What is it? Dragons?
My mind weighs heavy enough. Leave me to my food.
I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
Not right now.
Until next time.
Welcome to... There ain't much to offer, but if you... Hrogar's house? It burned down not too long ago. It's a real pity about his wife and kid. The screams woke half the town. Most folk won't go near it now for fear it's cursed. Hrogar claims it was a hearth fire. Some folks say Hrogar started it himself. That's what they say. See, He's living with Alva now. That started the day after the fire. It ain't right moving in with a new love the day after your kin die like that. Aye. Our Jarl would sure like to know if he did, though. Might even pay to find out. Slow? No, it just ain't there at all. Few enough reasons to pass through Morthal before the war started. Now, well, let's just say the front door doesn't get much use. Lurbach? Fancies himself a bard. He pays, so I let him stay. If I had any customers, I'd be worried about him annoying them, but, well, look around. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe that? Until next time.
Morthal used to be a... You ask me, we'd be better off without that wizard in town.
What do you need? You're that one from the college. Stay out of trouble, elf.
Rogar's house fire? Well, he lost his wife and daughter in the blaze. My people believe it to be cursed now. Who am I to gainsay them? Rogar blames his wife for spilling bear fat in the fire. Many folk think he set the fire himself. Lust can make a man do the unthinkable. The ashes were still warm when he pledged himself to Alva. On rumor and gossip? No, but you, a stranger, might find the truth for us. Sift through the ashes that others are too fearful to touch. See what they tell you. Should you prove him guilty or innocent, I will reward you. Rogar's fate is in your hands.
Who's there? Helgi, but Father says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Are you a stranger? You know him? He made my favorite dolly, but I can't find her. Are you sure you aren't a stranger? The smoke woke me up. I was hot and I was scared, so I hid. Then it got cold and dark. I'm not scared anymore, but I'm lonely. Will you play with me? Okay, let's play hide and seek. You find me, and I'll tell you. We have to wait for nighttime, though. The other one is playing too, and she can't come out until then. I can't tell you. She might hear me. She's so close. If you can find me first, I can tell you.
All quiet now. I don't converse with my prey.
Good to see. All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
I find it hard to believe this excavation was approved.
As some of you may know, Sarthor was one of the earliest Nord settlements in Skyrim.
I find it hard to believe this excavation was approved.
You know, there might be gold somewhere
Sacked
in
by
here.
the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Sarthor. This is an exciting... Well, are there any questions before we begin? Anything. Anything at all that might be of interest. That's why I adore this location. We have no idea what we're going to find. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a few students, that would be a happy coincidence. I can certainly share a bit of what I know. We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered. Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the... Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Berlina, my dear, why don't you search for healing magics? Anything designed to keep people out.
Don't touch anything! What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine. Just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Just round up the rest of the magical artifacts so that I can catalog them.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place? What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right?
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find? I have no idea, but it's fascinating. The Isle of Art, and yet now, if nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy. Take care now. Be prepared to defend yourself. Never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. Be prepared to... They were a group of mages with a history. No one's... I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I caught up with you. What could this place be? Take care now. Well now, would you look at that? Nothing seems to work. Keep it busy. I'll try to drain some of its power. There, now attack it. What could this... I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Savos Aran of this discovery? Please, hurry. This is simply fascinating.
You can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent. There may be a matter in which your skills could be useful. The various points of focus for magic energies around the college have become polluted and need cleansing. I see. The magical energies underneath the... Very well. Go to each focal point and remove... Return the gloves to me. Please exercise caution. This is not a procedure without possible consequences. Use the gloves to clear the focal points. Return... Oh my, that's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle at a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but exceptionally useful. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms. Good day.
Even with the... Let me give you a bit... There are... Purposely killing your fellow... As for... If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier... Meet me in my quarters.
I think the college is due for a change in lead. It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. Mm-hmm.
You know, they say knowledge is... Yes, they have. I can feel the difference already. But, of course, I'm far more in tune with these sorts of things than most. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance. Take a look. Farewell.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. I can't wait to see who succeeds Mirabelle. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. See you around.
If there are any problems, well, that depends on what you're looking for. Beralda can teach destruction spell. Finis is one of the best conjurers in all. Don't let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar on alteration. If you can find him and focus his attention, there's a great deal Drevis can teach you about illusion magic. And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult to get along with. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to restoration magic. Day-to-day operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem, you get sent to me.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Why are my research materials constantly disappearing? Once again, I have found very insulting notes left in my personal effects. Simply barbaric. Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
What? It's no secret that the call... Please don't tell me that another one... I... see. I try... Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful. Personally? No, not I. One of their number used to advise the Archmage when I was but an apprentice here. But that was a great many years ago, before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely. Until next time.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Well, you don't even need to ask. I said not anymore. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthor. Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that. Let's just call it a difference of opinion. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the As a matter of fact, they're immensely powerful mage. Back in the first, he holed himself up in lab. Since then, I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research material. A mage is only as good as what he knows. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out. But be careful.
You there. You were in Sarthol, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there.
Now ain't this a surprise? This is a...
that?
Now you're mine. You can't hide from me.
What is it? Ah, the tests. Go What is it? Ah, pests. Go, my pets! Attack!
Cannot even conceive of the power I wield.
What is it?
Ah, a test cell. Go, my pets, attack!
Never should have sunk it. prisoners are loose.
Enough done.
Please let me out of here. You have to let me out. They're going to do something awful to me. There's a lever right there. Hurry, before more of them show up. Oh, you've saved me. Thank you so much. Who knows what they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along. I promise I'll help you get out of here. The books? But yes, the books. The caller will have them. She was most interested, although not interested enough to keep me. Don't you need my help? Well, fine. I'll just save myself then. Thank you for letting me out of that cage.
Begin. Is someone there? Did you hear something?
scared him off.
You think you stand a chance?
Must have scared him off. Must have scared him off. I hope you're not planning on picking my pocket.
someone there? someone there?